We all want that healthy, vibrant smile and, that feeling of really fresh breath, right? It's definitely something we aim for every day.
Mm-hmm.
But have you ever wondered if there's maybe a way to really amplify your routine, to take it beyond just the basics and maybe unlock even greater benefits?
That's exactly where our deep dive takes us today.
Yeah.
We've been looking into the fascinating potential of combining mountain rose, oral care extract, CBD oil, and fractionated coconut oil.
Oof.
Specifically looking at how this trio, this combination, could enhance oil pulling and gum massage, and importantly, how it works with the Smile Saver three-sided toothbrush.
Right, that specific brush.
Yeah, our goal is really to understand how these pieces might work together, synergistically for optimal oral health.
Right. So we're moving beyond just the usual brushing and flossing here.
Yeah.
We've dug into info about the specific herbal blend in that mountain rose extract, the reported benefits of CBD oil, the pretty innovative design of the Smile Saver toothbrush, especially why it stands out, which is key, and the traditional practice of oil pulling itself.
Exactly.
Think of this as us kind of sifting through it all to give you the core insights on how you could create a really interesting and potentially more effective DIY oral care approach.
Yeah.
We're talking about going beyond just the surface clean.
Yeah, digging deeper.
So this combination, coconut oil, the herbal extract, CBD, what makes them such a compelling starting point? What's the synergy there?
Well, let's start with the foundation. Fractionated coconut oil. It's often picked as a base for oil pulling because it's very mild.
Okay.
And it has some interesting qualities itself, including potential antimicrobial effects. It's just a comfortable oil to swish,
A gentle and maybe even helpful base then.
Okay.
And then we add the mountain rose oral care extract. Now, this isn't just like a random mix of herbs.
No, definitely not.
It's a specific blend, right? Herbs, traditionally known for oral health stuff. We're talking propolis, that stuff bees use.
Yeah, the hive protector.
It has a long history, apparently, for its protective and oral health support. Then there's golden seal, contains things like berberine, hydrostine, thought to be beneficial.
Key compounds.
We also have myrrh, another resin used for centuries, traditionally associated with dispelling stagnation and having a warming effect. And spilanthes.
Ah, yes, the toothache plant.
Right. Known for making you salivate more and traditionally used for protecting teeth. Sounds like a very intentional combo.
It really is. Each herb in that blend has a history, a traditional use for supporting a healthy mouth, a healthy oral environment.
Okay.
Now, when we add CBD oil into that mix, well, the picture gets even more intriguing. There's a growing body of research looking into its potential role in oral health.
Ah, interesting.
Particularly in areas like pain and inflammation management. And those are really key factors in gum health.
Inflammation in the gums.
Yeah.
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 That's such a common issue, isn't it? So that's really interesting. The info we looked at suggests CBD might help with gum disease by tackling that inflammation.
Right.
And maybe even affecting bone loss positively. Seems like it might interact with specific receptors in our bodies. CB2 receptors, I think.
That's what some research points towards, yeah. And possibly helping the local immune response right there in the gums.
Okay. Plus, it sounds like it has antibacterial properties, too. It could be good against the bacteria causing plaque and gum disease.
Potentially, yes.
There's even mention of it possibly easing tooth sensitivity and maybe supporting gum tissue health, like regeneration or restoration. And here's a neat detail. The CBD oil we looked at often uses MCT coconut oil as its base anyway.
Exactly. So it kind of integrates nicely already.
Yeah. And it's also noted for maybe acting like a natural antibiotic.
Yeah, precisely. So by combining these three, the fractionated coconut oil, the mountain rose extract, and the CBD oil, you're essentially creating a blend that could potentially address oral health on multiple fronts.
Makes sense.
The coconut oil is the carrier, the medium for pulling. The mountain rose extract brings those traditional herbal aspects, and the CBD offers its potential anti-inflammatory, pain-relieving, and antibacterial actions.
So you could use this whole combo not just for enhanced oil pulling.
Right, but also for direct gum massage or even maybe as a diluted mouthwash.
Okay, let's focus on the oil pulling for a second. We know the basic idea is swishing oil around.
Yeah.
How might adding the mountain rose blend and the CBD oil really, elevate that, boost the benefits?
Well, the basic concept behind oil pulling with, say, coconut oil is that the oil viscosity helps kind of trap bacteria and debris as you swish it around.
Right, mechanical cleaning almost.
Sort of. Now, by adding the mountain rose blend into that oil, you're bringing those specific herbal compounds directly into contact with your gums, your teeth, everything during that swishing time.
So you're infusing the oil.
Exactly. You're infusing the pulling oil with these traditionally valued ingredients, and then adding the CBD oil layers on its potential anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties, working together with the coconut oil for possibly a more comprehensive cleanse.
Okay, so the coconut oil does the basic trapping, and the other two add these like targeted benefits while it's all swishing around.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And then obviously you spit it out.
Right. Don't swallow it.
Definitely not. Now, let's talk about the Smile SAVER 3-sided toothbrush. It's described as being uniquely safe for use with oil pulling and these kinds of essential oil blends. Why is that specific distinction so important? Why does that matter?
That's a really critical point. The sources we looked at really emphasize this. The Smile SAVER's bristle material.
Yep.
It's specifically designed to handle oils.
Okay.
Unlike traditional nylon bristles, which you find on, well, most toothbrushes, nylon is basically a type of plastic, right?
Yeah.
And if you expose it to essential oils regularly or even just pulling oils over time, it can start to degrade, break down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, potentially compromising the brush itself and maybe even releasing microplastics, which nobody wants. It's actually the same reason you're always told to store essential oils in glass, not plastic.
Huh. I never really connected those dots before.
So the Smile SAVER's unique material avoids that whole problem, makes it a safe choice if you're going to incorporate oil pulling or oil-based blends into your routine.
That's a really important safety thing most people probably wouldn't even consider.
Wow. So it's not just about how the brush cleans, the material itself is crucial for this kind of routine.
Exactly right. And beyond just the material safety, the Smile SAVER's whole 360 deep cleaning design, it's really geared towards maximizing plaque removal.
Which is key, right?
Absolutely key. Gum disease is incredibly common, affects so many adults, even kids. And the main way to prevent it, or even reverse early stages, is just thorough plaque removal.
Makes sense. So the 3-sided design lets you clean all surfaces of your teeth at the same time, top, front, back, including those tricky spots along the gum line and like the insides of your teeth that are easy to miss.
Yeah, the tongue side is always awkward.
Totally. So when you're aiming for really healthy gums, getting rid of that plaque thoroughly, it's just non-negotiable.
It logically follows that cleaning all sides at once would be more effective. Yeah. We all have those spots we kind of struggle with using a regular brush. And the idea that it might even cut down brushing time. That's a nice little bonus. People might stick with it more.
Could be. But how does this design specifically help with what we're trying to do with our oil blend and the gum massage part?
Right, connecting it back.
Okay, think about it like this. After you've done your oil pulling with our enhanced blend, you still want to make sure any loosened plaque and bacteria are really swept away, right?
Yeah.
And you want to gently work those beneficial oils from the blend into the gum tissue itself. So the Smile SAVER's 3-sided action allows for a much more comprehensive but still gentle massage of the gums as you brush. The bristles can effectively spread that oil blend along the gum line, maybe get it between the teeth a bit.
Kind of working it in.
Exactly. Promoting circulation and letting those potential anti-inflammatory, antibacterial properties from the CBD and herbs get right onto the gum tissue. So you're not just brushing, you're also gently massaging with this potentially therapeutic blend.
So the unique bristle setup isn't just about speed or coverage. It's about a more thorough, targeted application of the blend's benefits, especially for that gum massage step.
Gotcha. And I noticed it mentioned end-rounded bristles, too. That sounds gentler.
That's right. It's another important detail. Traditional nylon bristles often just cut straight across,
Yeah.
which can leave sharp, kind of jagged ends. Over time, those can irritate or even damage the gums, might even contribute to gum recession.
Ouch. Yeah, you don't want that. Definitely not. So the end-rounded bristles on the Smile SAVER are designed to be much softer, much gentler on that delicate gum tissue. Makes for a more comfortable brush, especially if you've got sensitive gums already.
Gentle, but effective.
Yeah.
That's always the goal, isn't it? It sounds like it's got a lot of thoughtful features built in. Like being okay for all ages, even people with braces.
Yep, the flexible arms help with that.
And that automatic 45-degree angle to the gum line, isn't that the angle dentists always recommend? Where the plaque really builds up.
That's the one. It takes the guesswork out of your technique, basically. Ensures you're hitting that critical zone where plaque just loves to hide and thrive.
Okay.
And the gentle massage and stimulation it provides, That's just great for promoting blood flow, helping reduce inflammation, really important for overall gum health, whether you have sensitivity or maybe some gingivitis.
Right.
Oh, and don't forget the tongue cleaner ridges on the back.
Oh, yeah. Good for breath.
Another way to tackle bacteria and keep things fresh.
Okay, so we've got this enhanced oil pulling blend
Mm-hmm.
with coconut oil, the herbs, the CBD,
Mm-hmm.
and we've got this uniquely designed toothbrush, the Smile Saver, that's safe to use with the blend,
Mm-hmm.
and seems like it could actually amplify the benefits.
Mm-hmm.
How do we put it all together? What's the routine look like?
The real synergy, the magic, kind of happens when you combine the enhanced oil pulling blend with the Smile Saver specifically for gum massage.
Okay.
So after you finish swishing your blend, the coconut oil, mountain rose, CBD for, 10, 15 minutes or whatever.
Spit it out.
Spit it out. Then instead of just rinsing with water right away, maybe take a little bit of the oil that's still kind of coating your mouth, or even add a fresh drop
Okay.
and gently massage it into your gums using the Smile Saver. The three-sided bristles will help distribute the oils, really promote that circulation we talked about,
Uh-huh.
and gently work those potentially helpful compounds right onto the gum tissue. You're targeting inflammation and bacteria right where they cause problems.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
So you're not just like rinsing away potential good stuff.
Yeah.
You're actively applying it using the brush designed for it. Clever.
Mm,
And we also touched on maybe using a diluted version as a natural mouthwash for that extra freshness or antimicrobial hit.
precisely. It's about creating this sort of layered approach to your oral care
Yeah.
where each step supports the others.
Okay, so for everyone listening, what are the big takeaways here? What's the bottom line from exploring this combined approach?
Well, the potential benefits look pretty significant, actually. You've got the enhanced antimicrobial action from the coconut oil, the mountain rose herbs, and the CBD oil, all potentially working together synergistically.
Right, the combo effect.
Yeah. The CBD specifically brings that potential for reducing inflammation and pain, which could be a huge benefit for gum health.
Definitely.
Then the Smile Saver ensures you're getting thorough and safe plaque removal, even when you're using these oil-based products, hitting all those important spots.
The safety and the effectiveness.
Exactly. It really points towards a more comprehensive routine, maybe gentler, potentially more effective, and maybe even, a more enjoyable way to take care of your mouth.
Okay, so we've taken this deep dive into a DIY oral care blend, looking at combining traditional herbal knowledge with the potential of CBD.
Mm-hmm.
And we've really examined the unique design and, crucially, the safety aspects of the Smile Saver three-sided toothbrush when used with these kinds of oil products. It definitely offers an interesting way to think about our daily routine, doesn't it?
It really does.
So here's a thought for you listening. Could adopting this kind of holistic approach,
Yeah.
combining traditional wisdom with modern research and specific tools in your daily routine, could that be the missing piece for you to achieve truly optimal oral health and maybe even contribute positively to your overall well-being? It certainly raises some interesting possibilities to think about.
It absolutely does. And for those of you listening who are, intrigued by this combination, it might be really worthwhile to explore each of these elements a bit further on your own.
Good idea.
Yeah, maybe look into the specific herbs in that mountain rose blend, delve a bit deeper into the research around CBD oil and oral health, and investigate the design and the specific benefits of the Smile Saver three-sided toothbrush. That could give you some valuable info as you think about how to personalize your own oral care practices.